so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls.
In the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock?
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. You remember they were blown out by the 49ers back in Super Bowl 29, but remember that was a much different team than this one.
And think about this team. If they can accomplish what they're setting out to do in this ball game, win a Super Bowl, they would enter their new building as the Super Bowl champions. This team has been around a while. It's moved a little bit, but here they are with a chance to take a Lombardi Trophy into their new facility. And think about them in the old days in the AFL and how great they were. They'd like to reclaim that glory as the champions of all of football.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their fourth appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. 56. What we got? What we got? What we got? Shoot.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that
From the gun, Herbert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On third down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Gives this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
14, got it. Go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Chargers 0.
What?
56, right there, 56. It's our time, guys.
14.
Check 4, check.
14.
Check.
On second down, here's Barkley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
What? 380.
49 the money. Here we go, again. Check 52.
Run left.
Sling.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. That's going to be caught. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
49 the money, 49. I'm going back to you. I'm going.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Chargers 0. Michael Vincent to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
On second and 7, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
For what?
280.
Mike, 49. Come on.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, Those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check. One flag.
Who there? 49.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54.
Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. 25.
They go play action with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again. Herbert is going to fire one deep. He's got him in. Complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Here's a give to Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jaron Reed able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Come on,
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jaron Reed drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Matt Weil now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check the backer, check the backer.
49, check 49.
This is Carson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson will get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Barkley. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
What? Mike, 49. That's not good. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Jordan Reed has it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd? And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
At the 40-yard line.
On the set.
53. Check 53. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.